Konnichiwa, minasan. Welcome back for another round of Dandadan. Oh yeah, episode 2. Ayase got E-Honda 100 hand slapped by the Flatwoods monster, which interestingly enough originated in the United States, but somehow it got picked up in Japan. Something I didn't elaborate on. I didn't follow through on. I was more focused on the American side of things, but it was very interesting to see such a character bringing out the all myths are real trope, which means that it's anything goes, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, it established the world rule that they create these domains, like Jujutsu Kaisen, to trap people in and then unleash all sorts of fury. And more development between Ayase and Okurun. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're getting to know each other, but they're still button heads and everything. It's not, it's not firmly established. It's actually growing organically, and it's really cool. And of course, they both learn to control their powers. Ayase learned that if she keeps Okurun, Turbo Granny, from actually appearing, Okurun could control Turbo Granny and turn into some hybrid human masked demon kind of thing, and he comes in with super speed, because that's what Turbo Granny has, is super speed. Unfortunately, they win, and he's about to eat Ayase, because she passed out from all the exhaustion energy that she used up, and now Turbo Granny's about to eat her in the middle of the street. And we'll have to figure out, now they're going to have to find out if she'll survive. This is my first reaction to episode 3. Yay! First and I can't wait to see, compare that with the manga chapters that I've read. So, yeah. Comment, like, subscribe, follow. You know you want to. And now let's get researching.
おめえの年27だろ。
20歳です。
妻子がいるだろ。
一人暮らしです。
カレーが好きだろ。
ラーメンが好きです。ドドリア3体やばいっすね。派手に外したな。
So flat, bloody wrong.
若いアイドルに妻子がいるわけないっしょ。大丈夫っすかね、あのまま放送して。大丈夫。
She exposed him. Man, it's the camera movements. She's like, I ain't answering your question. Oh? Right. This is happening. If he got there, Turbo Granny would have killed him and take his balls too. What in the Jujutsu Kaisen? Granny Bayonetta, everybody. It's a Granny versus Granny clash. Trap card. Swords of revealing flames. I forgot that would turn into a pencil. What an impressive world rule there. Wow. Wait a second. I don't remember this in the manga. Didn't they just jump scenes? This is an awesome fight going on here. Or did I skip a whole chapter? I'm gonna have to check that out. Oh, I'm gonna have to take a look and see.
今バカ殿見てんだろうがよ。心霊スポット行ったのか。
行った。
うちじゃなくて友達が
なんで
話してて流れでそうなった。
Hmm.
バカ殿は日本の宝だ
God dang, Granny Bayonetta.
そいつうちがいないとやばいんだよ。
悪霊ならぶっ殺したぜ。
はあ、悪霊ってどんなやつ？メガネかけてる？
おいおい、おめえ幽霊なんか信じてねえだろう。
That's true.
それにわしはエセ霊媒師だぜ。
Got called out.
いつまで根に持ってんだよ、クソババア。
よせよ、こんな話信じるな。悪霊なんかいねえし、わしは偽物だ。
Mm. You really hurt her.
ごめんなさい。うちが間違ってました。悪霊どうしたの？
本殿へ行ってみろ。
クソババア！なんかあったら許さねえから。うちのせいだ。うちが無理やりあんなとこ行かせたから。
Dang, this is good character growth. Very good character growth. Hi.
てっきり自分が綾瀬さんを殺したんじゃないかって。
Ah.
えっちゃねえかよ、クソメガネ。
なんだよそれ。生きててどうも参戦でしたね。
Teen aging, really capturing the teenagers very well
いつから
here.
化け物を友達にするようになったんだ。その中なら呪いは発動しねえ。だがひとたび外へ出れば化け物に逆戻りだ。
何がぶっ殺しただよ、嘘つきやがって。
ずいぶん必死だったじゃねえか。あんなガキがお気に入りだ。
こいつターボババアにあそこ取られ、こうなったのうちにも責任あるし、なんとかしてあげたいって思ってるだろ。
Liar. You're a liar.
それでさ、UFO に会える場所に行ってさ、そこでいろいろあって使えるようになった。
UFO なんているわけねえだろ。
Wow.
昨日までは
超能力って力はあるだろうよ。
信じてる基準がわかんね
しかしまた厄介なやつに手出したな。昔は100キロババアとか呼ばれててよ。全国各地で暴れ回ってた近代妖怪だぜ。そんな神出鬼没の野郎が最近あのトンネルに長いこと居座ってるって聞いて、一度だけ様子を見に行ったことがある。
Hmm.
あまりの霊気の強さにトンネルに近づくことさえできなかった。自爆霊って知ってるか？何か強い執着を持ってその場所に居続ける霊のことだが、奴らは自分のテリトリーの中ではほぼ最強だ。どんな霊媒師も自爆霊とはまともにやり合わねえ。その自爆霊があのトンネルにはいた。
Location bound spirit.
それがどういうことかわかる？
Note that, because that's a world rule there.
ターボババアと自爆霊が合体して
Are
描く
strong in their locations. That is one hell of a design. Wow.
あれには手を出すな。
Like, that was an improvement from the
大事
manga.
な孫を失いたくねえ。おめえは直接的には関係ないし、そいつのことは忘れろ。
Hmm.
おめえは日常に戻れ。
You ain't ready, kid.
うちがラブなケンさんだったらこういう時どうするだろうって。今までそれで後悔したことないのでさ、ケンさんなら 100% 助けるんだわ。だから
But it is Ken-san. Stop being in denial.
そのガキ大好きだよ。おい、こすられてんぞ。どんなこと
俳優の方だって。
She said the
タ
actor.
ーボババアと鬼ごっこしろ。適当に挑発すれば必ずそれに乗ってくる。自爆霊のテリトリーは消耗しない。そこからターボババアを市外へ誘い出せ。テリトリーから引き離せれば奴は弱体化しておめえらでも倒せるようになる。
いやい
Okay.
や、この軟弱な足見てよ。そんなんじゃなくてさ、あの結界とか使ってなんとかできない？
Spirit out of territory, it gets weakened.
こいつはできねえな。そもそもわしは手伝えねえ。
Weakens. There we
何
go.
それ？
わしの結界術はこの土地に住む神様の力を借りてるに過ぎねえ。わしらの住む神越市を出たらこの能
There's a lot of world building going here.
すべての土地がそれぞれの神を持ってる。問題はホームかアウェーかってことだ。今から体鍛えりゃババアから逃げられるくらいにはなるだろう。
うちがどんだけ頑張ったって陸上の県大会にも出れねえから。
おめえじゃねえ。
He's the one.
やっと話に入れてもらえるんすか。
忘れてた。でもオカルンスタミナないし。 うちが呪いコントロールしとかなきゃいけないし。
じゃあモモを背負って走れ。
綾瀬さん体重いくつですか？
おい死にたいの
呪い状態で全力出せるの2回が限界です。
今から腕立て腹筋背筋スクワット100回5セットだ。
That's right. Do like One Punch Man.
おめえの超能力もだ。わしが協力できねえ以上おめえら自身が強くなるしかねえ。だからわしがおめえらを鍛えてやる。メガネはすぐに筋トレ始めろ。
はい若いっすねおばあさん。
And she looks nothing like what Ayase presented her in the flashbacks.
自分も助けて化け物もやっつけて友達をやめないでください。
幻滅なんかしないし考えすぎ。
He's just scared.
じゃあなんでさっきすぐ
Nah!
ほら見たことかやっぱり幻滅したんだ。
むしろ今幻滅してるわ。いちいちめんどくせえ。
すいません。
かっこよかったよ戦ってる時は。でもオカル
ああ
のうるさいし多分次もうちが助けちゃうわ。今日はそこで寝て今布団持ってくるね。
My gosh, their chemistry is so good. They're already hitting it off. They look like a couple already, even though they haven't been fully established yet. You know, like they haven't realized the connection.
喉乾いたんで飲んでください。
Slap him.
持ってっていい？衝撃のニュースが飛び込んできました。人気アイドルのショーマさんに
It is true. He has a secret child. Secret child scandal. And he wasn't 20, he's 27.
カレー好きってところも訂正しろや。
Granny called him out. Oh my gosh. That was not in the manga, the channel changing.
やばいオカルンがトイレ行きたいんだって。障害物とかでオカルンが見えないと呪いが解けちゃうの。つまりオカルンがトイレしてるとこ見てなきゃいけ
Well,
ないんだよ。
you're gonna have to get used to it.
ねえ何かいい方法。
Yeah, she's gotta look at him no matter what.
そもそもおめえどんな感じで呪いを抑えてんの？
オカルンにオーラが見えるっていうか、
オーラ？
そのオーラをギューって握りつぶすとオーラが小さくなって呪いが抑えられるって感じ。オーラは誰にでもあって色はいろいろなんだけど、そこの木とか石ころにもある。うちはそのオーラをつかめて自由に動かせる。届く範囲は狭いけどね。
結構制約あんだね。
超能力に目覚めた瞬間はもっとすごかったのにな。それこそイメージが全部現実になる感じっていうか無敵って感じ。でもすぐに収まっちゃって今はオーラをつかむくらいしかできねえし。
モモ、ちょっと目つ
無理無理、そんなことしたら呪い解けちゃうし。
要は視覚に頼ってるからダメなんだ。もっと五感を使ってみろ。例えば触覚とかな。オーラがつかめるってことは感触があるはず。
Gravity aura means that it's tactile.
オーラを肌で感じてみろ。
Mm.
ゆっくりと感じるんだ。
It's tactile. But just what she's doing right now. She's interacting with it.
変身してる。
You want him to do it in the trees? Granny is like, let me in on this. This is so dumb. My gosh, I say has. That was funny. Just called out the name and she freaks.
おめえ超能力に目覚めたとき無敵状態だったって言ってたな。多分それがモモの本来の力なんだろう。なんでかその力は封印されてるみてえだがよ。めんどくせえんだよ。修行で少しずつ力を解放していかなきゃならねえし、それがどのくらい時間がかかるかわからねえ。小僧の肉体改造に時間がかかりそうだからいいんだけどよ。
当分トイレ姿見られなきゃいけないんすか。
こっちのセリフ。
Oh, that's right.
心臓発作か脳梗塞か死因を選ばせてやるってんだよ。わしの呪いは感染する。この楽器を媒介
The
して
curse is contagious.
楽器が見た人間は全員呪い殺せるのさ。わしを舐めるんじゃねえぜ。てめえに時間なんかやらねえ。
That's a crazy power.
やっと
B square or B.
話
There.
なんだ
Oh, dang, even the ear.
モモ、何があったか聞こうじゃねえか。
Now you want to get the whole story?
前見づらいんですよ
Should have leaned into that first time around.
気を抜けば簡単に死ぬからな。
分かってるって。うちらこう見えて宇宙人ぶっ倒してるから。
宇宙人なんかいるわけねえだろ。ふざけてんじゃねえ。だいたいおめえがそんなだから、いつも厄介事持ってくんだろうがよ。小さい頃からわしの言うことを聞きやしない。
ああ、うざいうざい。ババアの小言がうるせえな。行こうから。
モモ。
だよ、しつけえな。
Aw.
死ぬなよ。
She's still. Dang it, I gotta say, she still loves you. You know, grannies are gonna granny all the time.
どうか二人を守ってください。
消耗したくないじゃん。マジで許さねえターボババア。奴はうちの大切なもんを傷つけようとしやがった。ターボババアの野郎、ボッコボコにしたるわい。
Well, we got introduced to Granny Bayonetta. Oh man. When I first saw it in the manga, that was like the first thing that clicked in my head was Bayonetta. It was just a pretty smart move, you know, to create that connection and everything. Granny is a pretty cool character. She's so fun. She's a very fun character. Great addition to the whole series. Yeah, she's a medium. She is a legit medium. She called out a celebrity and everything. But yeah, if you want that comparison, here she is. Here she is. This is what she looks like. Here's Bayonetta. I'm not. If that's the inspiration for her artwork, man, smart move. Very cool. You can see the top knot head right here with the glasses. The bodacious body and everything. The the whole entire bodacious body, and there she is, with the bat and everything. Oh man! But another thing that was very interesting. That caught my attention was this here. The whole entire sequence, this whole showdown. It blew my mind in the reaction because that's not in the manga. This whole entire fight scene is not in the manga. Here, let me show you the manga. Let me get this up. Here we go. So, I'm not sure if you read the manga, but just don't worry. This is all in the anime that I'm showing you right now from episode 2 and episode 3 here. So there's no spoilers happening. No, there's no spoilers here. But here it is. Here it is. This is the end of chapter 2. This is the part where Okurun is ready to eat Ayase because he lost control. And then here... and then here's how the next chapter starts. Here's how the next chapter starts. Oh, here we go. You know what I'm saying? The next chapter starts, of course, just like in the anime. All this is going on. All of this is going on. And then she arrives. And let's see here. Oh, hold on a second. Let's see. Oh, I did skip a chapter, like I said. I did say that I had skipped a chapter. Oh, shit. Yeah, I did skip the chapter. Dang. I skipped chapter 3. Dang it. That's why. No wonder why. I'm glad I confirmed it. So, yeah, I did skip chapter 3 by accident. Because I'm like, wait a second, this wasn't in the whole entire thing. The answer is yes, it was in the whole entire thing. I skipped the whole chapter. Dang. I was like, oh my gosh, is this new footage? Is this new footage? I am sad. I am very sad. I'm sad. I was like, yes, I got something really cool. Yes. Man. There we go. This is Bakatono. go. Courtesy of Marichu Itzuma Demo. It's a comedy series, very old comedy series. You can really see the age of the whole thing. So this is Ken Shimura, the star of Bakatono, and this is supposed to be, I guess, a slapstick comedy. Let's see here. Oh, he changed up. Okay, so he does various characters, huh? Okay, this is very interesting. Very interesting series. So yeah, this Dandadan really likes to reference old Japanese shows and old actors. That's pretty cool when you think about it. You know, especially for the younger generation in Japan, the Japanese kids in Japan, learning about Ken Takakura. First of all, I just realized they're all Kens right now. Ken Shimura and Ken Takakura. Something tells me that Granny and Ayase have a thing for Kens, guys named Kens. So let me see here. There it is. Yeah, right here. So this is supposed to be a scene from Bakatono. Okay, so this is a scene from Bakatono. Well, like a rendition scene. Probably not the actual scene, but a reference to Bakatono, since Granny points it out. And I guess Ken Shimura is on the right. if the slapstick holds true from that brief look, that's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting that that the show has shout outs to classic Japanese actors and such. It's pretty cool. So that's pretty much it. This whole episode was pretty straightforward. So this episode was pretty straightforward. Just like in the manga, it's really ripped straight out of the manga. She dealt Granny. We were introduced to Granny, who met this pop star. And she was calling him out. Because she's a medium, so she's telling the whole truth, but he's lying about the whole thing, as we found out later down the line. Of course, he's ready. Trouble Granny possessed Okanu's ready to kill her off, and then Granny and Turtle Granny, of course, have a quick fight. They say they title it, it's a Granny versus Granny clash, but it's pretty short. It's not really much of a clash. Made it sound like it was going to be a whole episode, but it wasn't. It really wasn't, and she pulled off all these crazy moves. These barriers. We get to see how she uses them, and then she swings the bat. Yeah, she did do the pencil thing, just like in the manga, which is pretty cool. Pause that. And just like in the panel, if you saw the panel, yeah, they took it to a more extreme level in the anime compared to the manga. Compared to the manga panel. But her characterization definitely is Bayonetta. She's very she's not the extremely old meek grandma. She's we get sexy grandma here. Yeah, we get the captivation of teenagers is pretty impressive. Because Ayase runs to him, she opens up, finds him, and that she immediately closes the door because her heart skipped. Apparently, her heart skipped. She really, she really thought that he died and everything, but she felt very sad and ashamed that she put him through all this, and Granny, strangely enough, doesn't believe in UFOs. She made it very clear that she don't believe in UFOs, which is pretty funny. Just like I said, she doesn't believe in UFOs, but it turned out there are UFOs. And she saw, but her perception of psychic powers contradicts her denial of UFOs. It's pretty weird. But this also, let's see if I can find that part here. So all sorts of stuff happens. Yeah, she points. Granny points out, and it goes back to what I explained in episode 1, where it's true that I can use psychic powers now. Let's see. UFOs don't exist. It's crazy. But let's see. I'm trying to be careful not to play this out. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I don't know what your criteria is for believing stuff. She basically what that statement is basically saying is what I said in episode 1, and that is that psychic powers represent sci-fi, since it was connected to the UFOs. So Ayase, who in Japanese context was supposed to represent spiritual fantasy, which is what Granny Bayonetta does. I call it Granny Bayonetta. I'm always going to call her Granny Bayonetta. It's just too cool. Granny Bayonetta, and the whole spiritual part, the monsters, supposed to be a little bit more fantasy, a little bit more fantastical, while the UFOs and the aliens are sci-fi. So, like I said, the whole flip, it right here confirms, that psychic power. Granny doesn't believe in the science fiction of UFOs, but she treated the psychic powers as science fiction. So Ayase, who's supposed to represent fantasy, has sci-fi powers. Okurun, who represents sci-fi, has fantasy powers. So that was a pretty cool writing flip on the part of the mangaka and their team. We get some world rules going on here regarding how the spirits, this specific Turbo Granny, a specific type, is known as a bound spirit, where they are relegated to just one area, and they got a zone of influence, a barrier of sorts, where they are the most powerful. And Granny's plan, they're very strong within their territory. But if you take them out of their territory, they get weakened and are much easier to fight. But if you fight them within their territory, you're not gonna. You gotta come in with some packing some major heat, or you're gonna lose. And this is where Granny sets up the whole plan and everything. This episode really is not much. It's not much. It's just world building and rule establishment, which is pretty good. Saying circles are part of the barrier creations, and how Granny executes it can determine if you're trapped or not, if you end up being trapped in a barrier or not, or if you get put in flames, which is pretty good. We still got a lot more rules building to do, because we still have to figure out the fact that there's two types of territorial barriers. The aliens create one, as we saw with the Flatwoods monster. They create their own little domain, as we saw with the Flatwoods monster. And in the case of the spiritual side, you gotta actually physically create a barrier, and bound spirits would be relegated to within the territory that they take over. So another interesting world rule is that Granny doesn't just generate any barrier spells out of thin air. She has to borrow powers from the gods that live in the land within her sphere of influence. She can't just build a barrier spell. She's got to get their permission, basically. She's got to borrow from them, and clearly some of the gods it probably would be. I think it's well, no, she only says that she borrows it, so I don't know if it's permissive. like the gods grant it, or it's just something that she takes on her of her own volition, and the gods don't interfere with it. But the fact that her spells are god level is and it looks like she can only borrow it from within the city limits, Kamigoe City, Kamigoe-shi. If she were to go outside the city, she would have to borrow from the gods of those specific lands, if I'm understanding this correctly. So right now, being that she's in Kamigoe, she can only take from the gods within Kamigoe. But if she goes outside, it looks like she has to do a little bit more. She'll have to borrow from them. Yeah. So basically, we start getting more rules. Let's see here. I explained. Oh, so we get world rules. Another set of world rules. This is Ayase's rules because her ability lets her see aura, and it has a tactile feel to it. So she's able to hold on to it. She could suppress it and so on. She can even lift up rocks. She can lift up rocks. There's something about her. Honestly, I'm having a I'm kind of wigging out with the way her face looks. I'm wondering if they had a different animation team. But she could see the aura, and they come in all sorts of colors, so it's not being specified. But we saw red. Here's green. Red with Okurun. I'm wondering if the color scheme that we saw in episode 1. Let me get the color scheme here. Alien for blue, demon for red. Ayase, as we see here, is green. Is green. She was in green. So I'm wondering if that's the connection. That what she's seeing, that the colors that we're seeing are the aura colors that she's seeing, and she could discern. She could tell the difference between alien, spiritual, and probably human. Like in her case, her own aura. Probably human auras are in green, and I think that's actually pretty smart on the anime team's part, because again, the manga is in black and white. I'm sure there's colorizations and everything, but we're reading primarily in black and white, so we're not getting the color scheme elaborated. And looks like the anime team was able to elaborate the color scheme in the anime. So yeah, she starts practicing with it, and of course we get the answer as to how he has to use the bathroom with his missing Johnson. And sadly enough, because he's a dude, he's got to sit. He's got to sit. Unfortunately, he's got to sit. And the sad thing is that he didn't realize the implications of wanting these extraterrestrial experiences that he was looking for. He didn't realize that there were consequences to it, like nightmare fuel level stuff. So it's unfortunate. So the only way they could solve it is to go to the tunnel, because Granny Turbo showed up and said, you got to come to the tunnel or I'm going to kill your grandmother," which motivates Ayase to join in. And, Granny Bayonetta, in a very good moment. And again, this manga, the storyline just doesn't, skip out. She's hugging Ayase because she shows fear, despite her bodaciousness, the arguments that they have and everything. The expression of feelings in this series is just it's very well executed. We meet when Ayase sees Granny, and she says, there's spirits. She saw spirits. Granny rightfully called her out, put her on the spot because of how she treated her regarding the spirit medium. Doing the whole the whole dance thing, because she let a whole bunch of students, friends, bully her into telling Granny Bayonetta that she sucks and she don't like it and she hates her and all that, and Granny Bayonetta really shows just how hurt she was. She was like legitimately hurt. And then here we see Granny Bayonetta scared for her granddaughter, showing this expression of fear and concern. Even though she's being cool and chill about it, this is like a moment of vulnerability for Granny Bayonetta. She doesn't want to lose, her granddaughter, her you know what I'm saying, her child's daughter. She doesn't want to lose her. And it's these little moments here. It's not bodacious. It's not over exaggerated. It's expressed in such a nice, soft, subtle way that if you pay attention, it's very very noticeable. The expression of emotions, characters' emotions, like like going back to here, Ayase was just like really upset. It's so well captured and everything. She was upset because she was feeling guilty for for what happened to Okurun. She thought she cost him his life. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing that Dandadan hits it out of the park with the expressions of feelings and emotions, and getting one no better than this. They're in the middle of a subway dressed like that, and Okurun, covers his face. We don't see his face, but his hand gestures and movements, there it is. And they're both on their way to take on Turtle Granny, the plan, get her out of her territory so they can be able to defeat her. So we'll soon find out how that turned out in the next episode. Jeez, man, I really thought this was. I thought this fight, this whole fight here was exclusive to anime. I really did skip that chapter. I don't know how the heck I skipped that chapter, or maybe I forgot that chapter. Maybe I got Mandela effect. I don't know. I feel dumb. I feel really dumb. Oh my gosh, because I was like, a whole new scene. Oh really? Because I thought it was a hard jump, but. I mean, considering how far ahead I am and how and where this starts at in the manga, it's easy to forget. It's easy to forget, And let me tell you something: read the manga. Y'all will like it. It's really good. The artwork is solid. Like, this is exactly how you would see Granny Turbo in the manga. That's how excellent the artwork is. Saying the characters really look like what you see in the manga, and they didn't skip out on anything. Nothing was lost, nothing was added, nothing was subtracted. They did a great job. They're doing a great job here so far, and so I look forward to episode 4. So head on over to Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com and grab yourself a copy of The Impossible Man, a strange fantasy novel written by me. You'll find links in for the book down in the description below, along with links to other merch such as pins, stickers, T-shirts, music. Enjoy the products. Thank you for your patronage, and thank you if you make a YouTube video based on my book, lore videos, character videos, any type of those videos. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing those. And if you're interested, you could join me on my live multi-stream on Twitch and Kick every Monday through Thursday, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to hanging out with you. So until the next episode of Dandadan, I wish you all a good night, buenas noches, and oyasumi nasai.